Hi there, Jamie Rouch here with Usborne Books and More, also known as the Book Monster Mama, and I am here to share with you the thing that I love most about Usborne, which is how they take nonfiction and they turn it into something really accessible and really engaging and really exciting for kids. So we're going to start off with our Shine a Light series. Disclaimer, with this one you're going to need a flashlight, but it is so worth it. Because this one obviously talks about the human body, and this is my favorite page, and it was so much fun for my son. So you're going to get to learn about the different parts of the body. This one's talking about the what happens when you drink a glass of water, and over here, this is what happens when you have to go to the dentist. And okay, it's a little freaky, I'm not going to lie, but you're going to take your flashlight and shine behind the page. And it's going to reveal, this is exactly what an x-ray looks like of your teeth. Because we just saw this of my son's teeth real recently. And he was so excited to see how it looked the exact same. So we got to verify that information as well. So that is our Shine a Light series. We have 11 books in this series now, I think. So check them out. We cover so many different topics. It's super engaging and very exciting, even for your youngest of readers. Next up, we have our Lift the Flap books. We have See Inside, Look Inside, Peek Inside, and Lift the Flap. And they all take your regular run-of-the-mill information and they make it super engaging and turn it into hands-on learning. So they're going to lift the flaps. There's over 70 flaps to lift in this one. As you can see, this is the world of Shakespeare. We've also got body and nighttime animals, and I can't even list them all. There's so many. But these are a fantastic way to take regular information and turn it into something much more accessible for kids. Speaking of making things more accessible, these are some of my very favorites. These are our illustrated stories from so-and-so. And our illustrated stories are awesome. They take your regular classical stories and they are abridged. They've been slightly simplified to make it more accessible and engaging for your younger readers and even for people who aren't necessarily interested in that topic. So Dickens, I actually want to read Dickens now after having read these. And for the Shakespeare folks who are not a fan of Shakespeare, I am, so I don't have a problem with it. I've actually read many of his plays and I love them. But for those who do not really enjoy reading a play, this is really cool because it introduces the characters and then it tells a synopsized, illustrated version of the story. So cool, not necessarily synopsized, but simplified. So it's much more accessible for your younger readers. And speaking of Will, I am a huge fan of Will Shakespeare. I apologize in advance. So we've got our Seek and Find books. We've got Castle's book. This one has a little squire that you're going to search for in every page. This one's geared for about 3 and up. So you're going to get to start introducing them to early Renaissance information. And also, they're going to be excited because they're looking for this little character throughout. And again, speaking of making Will Shakespeare much more accessible for the general populace, this one is so cool because it's got your play. It's got a synopsized version of the play. And then to make it really exciting and interesting, once your kids get through the story, they actually get to search for Will and the characters from the story. So it makes it much more accessible and it makes it much more engaging for your kids. And these are amazing. I cannot rave enough about these. These are fantastic for getting your kids engaged into a subject and taking it from being a regular research topic and turning it into something that's a lot more interesting and interactive. So these are our sticker books, and we have lots and lots of fun, just regular sticker activity books. And then we have our internet referenced sticker books that you can take to the internet and learn even more about the subject. So we used this as my son's homeschool curriculum for science last year. And so he would go to the back, he would find a sticker that he thought was cool, he would find where it went, and he would put it there, and then he would read about the topic. So he got to build the muscles in the human body. As you can see, these are very, very accurate illustrations, and they're very, very engaging. Now, if you're teaching your kids, if you're not quite ready to teach them about the reproductive system, I would hold off on this one. Continuing on, here's one I bet you didn't know was educational. This is our coloring books. So you're going to find a page that you think is pretty, and we're going to go with this one, and it's going to tell you information about the picture that you're getting ready to color. How cool is that? All of our coloring books contain stuff like that. So fantastic. Usborne is amazing about taking facts and turning them into something that is more of an activity and fun than just learning. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this much as I did.